Dwayne Douglas Johnson, also known by his ring name The Rock, is an American-Canadian actor, producer, businessman, former football player, and former professional wrestler. Widely regarded as one of the greatest professional wrestlers of all time, he was integral to the development and success of the WWE during the Attitude Era, an industry boom period in the late 1990s and early 2000s. Dwayne Johnson first rose to fame as The Rock, a popular wrestling personality. He then became a box office star, appearing in films including The Scorpion King, Hercules, and the Fast and the Furious franchise. Hey guys, welcome back to Top 10 Best, and in this video, we are going to share with you 10 amazing Dwayne Johnson, aka The Rock, facts that are surely going to amaze you. So before wasting any time, let's get into it. Number 1. Dwayne Johnson was paid $5 million for his first leading role. After appearing in The Mummy Returns in 2001, Johnson got his first shot at a starring role in the prequel film The Scorpion King, which grossed almost $180 million worldwide. He was paid more than $5 million for the role. The Mummy Returns is a 2001 American action-adventure fantasy film written and directed by Stephen Sommers, starring Brendan Fraser, Rachel Weisz, John Hannah, Arnold Vosloo, Oded Fehr, Patricia Velasquez, Freddie Boath, Alun Armstrong, and Dwayne Johnson in his film acting debut. The film is a sequel to the 1999 film The Mummy and was distributed by Universal Pictures. Number 2. He was a collegiate football national champ. Before The Rock became a professional wrestler and one of the WWE's biggest stars, eventually transitioning to acting and becoming one of Hollywood's biggest stars, he got his start as a member of the 1991 national champion Miami Hurricanes football team. Johnson served as a backup defensive tackle behind Warren Sapp and Pat Riley before graduating in 1995. After a high school teacher encouraged him to try playing football, he found that he had a knack on the field, quickly excelling and earning a full scholarship to the top football college, the University of Miami. Johnson played football at the University of Miami as a defensive lineman. Number 3. The Rock was born into a family of wrestlers. Both Johnson's father and grandfather were professional wrestlers, and his grandmother was a pioneer of Polynesian pro wrestling. His grandmother was a strong-willed businesswoman who was one of the first female promoters of the Polynesian pro wrestling. The older dad generation will remember Rocky Johnson, Dwayne's dad, and maybe even Peter Maiva, Dwayne's gramps. Both wrestled for WWF, making The Rock the first third-generation wrestler in WWF history. Will there be a fourth-generation wrestler in the family? Number 4. Is he Canadian or American? Dwayne Johnson was born in the US, but did you know his dad was born in Canada? Apparently, Canada changed its citizenship laws in 2009 to allow for dual citizenship. His father, Rocky Johnson, is of Black Nova Scotian origin, while his mother is of Samoan origin. Dwayne Johnson's family is rich in multicultural heritage. He is actually from an African-American descendant who left the United States with the British after the end of the American Revolution. He also has some Irish ancestry from his father's side. His paternal grandparents, Lillian and James Bowles, were both of African origin, while his maternal grandparents, Ophelia Futaga and Fane Pita Maiva, were Samoan with wrestling backgrounds. Dwayne Johnson's ethnicity is widely diversified, and his incredible wrestling talent is inherited from both sides of his family. Number 5. Dwayne Johnson wasn't always The Rock. Although everyone now has the classic Rock image in their mind, it wasn't like this from the start when he joined WWF. Dwayne Johnson is known by his famous name, The Rock, but before adopting that name, he went by two other names, Flex Kavana and Rocky Maiva. He dropped Flex Kavana as WWE felt that it was not a suitable name for the world stage of wrestling. He then moved to Rocky Maiva, combining his father's and grandfather's names. His grandfather, High Chief Peter Maiva, was a professional wrestler, which made The Rock the first third-generation wrestler in WWE. His dad, Rocky Johnson, was the first black tag team champion in WWE. He again decided to drop the name as he disliked it and also did not enjoy the good guy role he was assigned. An early knee injury allowed him time to convince WWF management to change him to a heel persona called The Rock instead. Number 6. He is a high net worth individual. As well as the amount of money he made through wrestling, The Rock has amassed a healthy fortune through acting also. In 2016, it was reported he earned $64.5 million Forbes. This made him the highest paid actor of the year. His mixture of charm, power, and muscle still continues to make him a favorite with the general public. It is believed that The Rock gets close to $1 million per movie nowadays. From a lean wrestler who would smack down opponents with minimal effort to flexing acting muscles with the likes of Zac Efron and David Hasselhoff, he has made huge strides. Number 7. The Rock is a recorded artist. Fugees member Wyclef Jean covered classic rock band Pink Floyd and collaborated with professional wrestler The Rock on his second solo album, The Eclectic: Two Sides to a Book. He's no Lauryn Hill, but The Rock provided some funny vocals on their track. In 2021, he dropped his first rap song, which features on Tech Nine's new single Face Off, alongside Joey Cool and King ISO. Number 8. His autobiography is a bestseller. Dwayne Johnson co-wrote an autobiography titled The Rock Says, which was published in 2000. It is a fact that the book went to number 1 on the New York Times bestseller list and continued for several weeks. The Rock biography is based on Dwayne Johnson's family legacy of wrestling. His struggles and rise in professional wrestling are also focused in the book. The book went viral to all WWE fans. In fact, the book paved the way for him to be an unquestionable superstar in WWE and later in his life. Since it came out in 2000, The Rock Says doesn't cover The Rock's Hollywood career. We don't get to find out about hanging out with Vin Diesel, rock-bottoming Jason Statham, or miming Taylor Swift on that game show. It doesn't even cover his era-defining WrestleMania match against Hulk Hogan. But it gives us an insight to the man behind the legend. Number 9. The Rock's Charities. Dwayne Johnson seems to be the toughest and strongest wrestler with extreme physique in WWE. He used to give a verbal smackdown to his every opponent in the ring. The other side of The Rock is totally different. Outside the ring, he is a celebrity with a golden heart, who always shows his affection towards charity. Dwayne Johnson has donated $2 million to the University of Miami for the construction of the Robert and Judy Prokop Newman Alumni Center. He also founded Dwayne Johnson Rock Foundation in 2006 to serve the high-risk and severely ill children. He is indeed a tough man with a soft heart. Number 10. Dwayne Johnson's distinctive cultural tattoo. In 2003, Johnson took a trip to Hawaii to get his family heritage inked on his body by a Tahitian tattoo artist, Polini Urandi. Before getting started, Johnson and Urandi chatted for hours and said a prayer. The tattoo itself took 60 hours divided into 3 20-hour sessions, and the elaborate design represents all the things that are important to me, that I love, and that I'm passionate about, he said. Among the symbolism are coconut leaves representing a Samoan chief warrior, the sun for good fortune, 2 eyes of ancestors looking over him, and a tortoiseshell to fend off evil spirits. Also part of the design is a symbol showing 3 people in one, to show the bond between him, his then wife, and his daughter.